Mr. Transformers 96er. On the video, I'm going to talk about a few new shown Marvel Legends figures. This time we have a Walgreens exclusive being the Stepford Cuckoos, as well as Storm, kind of in her new outfit. Basically just a repaint for the most part on that one. But yeah, these were ones that when they shown I didn't pay much attention to. However, today I actually was just looking at some more of the stuff that was shown. Came across these again, took a look at them, and just kind of went, I wonder what their deal was. So I looked it up and just got some information specifically on the Stepford Cuckoos, and they're actually pretty interesting. So it kind of really amped my excitement for this figure, because at first I didn't really think much and didn't think I'd get it, but now I could see myself picking up at least one, if not all three, or three of the same one basically. So let's talk about it. So let's start off with Storm here, though. Here's the new Storm figure. Same kind of, classic style packaging that the white version of Storm came out of quite recently. It looks like the same thing. I'd have to take a side-by-side look to see if the shoulder pads are different. But other than that, I believe the entire thing's the same. If not, all of it, even the shoulder pads are the same. Looks good, though. I did buy the white costume of Storm, which I just prefer in general. It's more of her 90s look, which I think is a little more classic Storm. So for me personally, I'm good with the white one. Don't quite need this version. However, if you did want the kind of black suited version of Storm, this is going to be perfect for you. Looks quite nice. Out of package look, looks good again. Really nice. It's a solid figure. I definitely like it quite a bit. But I really want to talk about the Stepford Cuckoos. So originally, these characters were created to destroy the mutants. It obviously never ended up happening. But they're kind of like almost like clones or genetically created people that infiltrated the Professor X kind of mansion. And there's three here, which they're also kind of referred to as whatever number of them there are in one. So originally there was 5 in one. So there were 5 girls. 2 of them died, though, leaving 3. And then at one point it was discovered that there was a bunch of kind of unborn ones that were the thousand of one. So they ended up, dying before they could be kind of born or, fully conscious, I guess. So there's mainly 3. I will say that in some iterations of the comics for this character, she is just totally blonde. They're all blonde. However, there is, and I can't find out which comic it is, but there is a comic line that has the 3-in-1 as actual different colored hairstyles, obviously redhead, brunette, and blonde. So I'm not quite sure. If you guys would know, I'd actually like to know, just to look it up. And I think that the idea of going with this version where they're not all blonde is smart, because obviously it gives people more of a reason to buy multiple. Because the other one, people could still buy multiple, but the head sculpts would basically be the same, so it wouldn't be that interesting. But overall, I think that accessory-wise, this is a perfect figure. You get the base figure, which I think is quite nice. And pretty unique. Obviously, we've had jacketed characters before. However, this is a jacket that I'm not super familiar with. I think that it is new, if I'm not mistaken. The whole torso looks new. The skirt piece is definitely new, and then the legs are probably reused. Yeah, but the shoes are definitely new. So there's a lot of new pieces just on the base figure herself, which is quite cool. I definitely like it quite a bit, and I've also seen people post about other customs that can be made with that skirt. Unless that skirt it's actually looking familiar to Nico from the Dormammu wave. Maybe that's the same skirt there. But nonetheless, I think that there's quite a few new pieces on this figure, which is cool. All 3 head sculpts are new, and they're all looking quite good. They don't have pupils. They're very much kind of like using their powers, essentially. They have their telekinesis, and they also have a bit of the Phoenix Force in them, actually like kind of trapped in their heart, like a sliver of the Phoenix Force, which is interesting, and that took place for the 1001 kind of storyline. She can also use Cerebro, which is why she comes with the helmet for that, and that's actually how the first one ends up dying, using Cerebro. So it really comes with everything that you could want, because you have the 3 head sculpts to make it any of the Stepford Cuckoos. You have kind of the a little like effect pieces to kind of show like Cerebro using, things like that, kind of showing power. You have the helmet piece, and then you have a spare set of fists. Overall, I think that it is quite nice. It would be cool if this was like a pack of three or something. You will have to buy all three if you want, kind of the 3-in-1. But even if you only wanted the one, it's nice to be able to interchange the head and make them different characters. I'm always a fan of when figures do that. Let's get a closer look at some of the out of package ones. It might be hard to tell in this package. It really, you can't see her ponytails at all, but out of package you can see that the blonde one does have ponytails there. And yeah, as you can see, kind of using those power effects. And then the redhead one, they do have individual names. I'm not, I just started researching them, so I don't quite know their individual names yet. But yeah, they look really nice. I think that as a set, they'd be quite cool, I must say. And I do think that I'll pick up one for sure, I think. And I would like to get all three. If I can get them for any sort of discount, I'll absolutely be for it. But if I can't, probably just stick with one, most likely. But they're quite interesting. The version of these that are all different hairstyle or hair colors. Do kind of work with Emma Frost. They're somewhat related to Emma Frost. I'm not sure if it's just some of her DNA was used in their creation or what it was, but they do have some sort of connection with Emma Frost. But the Emma Frost that came out as a Walgreens exclusive just a couple of years ago in the black suit, that's the suit of Emma Frost that kind of fits with this version of the Stepford Cuckoos. So I think that I would like to get that Emma Frost as well, just to kind of have the team. I think that would be very cool. But yeah, I'm attracted to just like team characters, especially when there's just like one figure that includes an entire team. It's not often that the whole team wears the exact same thing, so they can just use the same body sculpt and just switch the heads. So that's pretty exciting. It's more exciting to me than just like army building. I'd rather complete a team rather than just have an army. So these characters specifically are interesting to me. But yeah, overall, some interesting characters that I didn't even know about until the figures were shown, and that's one of the things that I really like about Marvel Legends. To be honest, sometimes they introduce me to new characters and they get me excited about characters that I've never heard about or didn't know much about, and do some research on. So yeah, overall, very interesting characters. I'd love to get all three, but definitely going to get one of those. Storm is a skip for me just because I prefer the white suit. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of these new Marvel Legends figures, and thanks so much for watching.